Hiya, and welcome back to Moonlight Castle. The game that teaches us that... Joel might... Joel, he has his suspicions, and those suspicions are probably correct. I mean, come on, it's a gay furry visual novel. Obviously, the dragon's gay. Maybe. Unless it pulls a Diary of a Wimpy Kid fanfiction and Clyde just goes up to Joel and is like, I'm not gay, Joel. Anyways, let's just hop right in. Joel, what are you doing out here? I was waiting for you. I must have zoned out really hard to not have noticed him sooner. It didn't matter, mostly relieved to see him. You shouldn't have done that. He looked worried for me, but it should have been the other way around. For how long have you been waiting for me? He helped me stand and my eyes landed on that bag he carried around his waist. Don't worry, I just got here. A fortunate timing then. Shall we go? I have many things to discuss with you and the others. Clyde walked past me to open the back door and a strange sensation entered my body. He didn't react the same way and I quickly began questioning if I had imagined it altogether. Is everything alright? Yeah, sorry. Whatever that was, I couldn't feel it anymore. I just needed to stop dwelling on things too much. Clyde's here, nothing's happened, and he's safe. Blake was right, and Liam was going to hear me complain about this later. This part of the building was empty. I could hear voices nearby, but they were in another area. The one everyone else used to traverse the school. This is usually reserved to teachers to avoid people and get to classrooms faster. But I never asked to use it myself. Blake did. He'd always sneak in here to get a break from the noise. That's where we met 2 years ago, when they asked me to make him stop entering without permission. He pointed towards a bathroom, and for some reason, I saw that one coming. I had other plans, though, and gave him permission under the condition of joining me as my right-hand man. That's really cute. I smiled at him, and he froze for a moment, maybe speechless. Oh my, look at me, talking about things you weren't interested in. Clyde. Shut the hell up. I could listen to you talk all day, baby girl. He sounded flustered, but why? I didn't say anything special to him. Oh my god, thank you for the bits! Ah! Yeah, thank you for the bits. Ah! I didn't say anything special to him. I didn't mean to speak so freely. That usually doesn't happen. I giggled. This kind of reaction reminded me of myself. You can talk about anything you want, honestly. I listen all the same. You mean it? Yeah, I'm serious. You should never apologize for saying what's on your mind. For once, I got to experience things from Ryan's perspective. Thanks. I'm glad you told me that. As long as you don't become Liam, what I said remains true. This is embarrassing. Being late, making guests wait. We're taking the fastest route. No! He made his way towards the door that connected to the student lounge and I stopped him. It's way too crowded for you. Trust me. Nothing will change if we get there 5 minutes earlier. Listen to me. Clyde mused a bit, stared at the people walking through the glass, and with a sigh turned around to face me. I suppose you're right. I'd hoped that with so many students flooding in, I'd be able to blend in as well. That's just wishful thinking, isn't it? Hey, it's fine. Blake would want you to stay safe and avoid trouble. Oh, we have ulterior motives. I agree. Let's take the longer path with the elevator. Clyde again walked past me, and I was still trying to process the terrible news he gave me ever so casually. Elevator? I could feel the shivers, goosebumps on my arms and legs. Oh no. This metal trap kept haunting me today after I'd managed to avoid it for so long. What's wrong? You look pale. Nothing! Temperature's going down lately, feeling cold! Don't worry. We'll join the others soon. We're going to enter a similar place like this one on the other side of the building. But we need to walk through the students' area no matter what. And you're thinking of doing that on a higher floor? Less people around? You're quick on the uptake, yes. I didn't want to waste more of his time. I really wanted to get over this feeling. The elevator is for teachers only, right? Yeah, just you and me. It was supposed to make me feel better. I had swapped one feeling with another. At least I was lucky to be staying behind him. He had no idea how fucked up I looked right now. The doors opened with their usual ringing noise. Clyde walked in, but I didn't. I just stared at him, the distance between each other, a small gap that just one step could have filled. But that was a step into the trap, the moment it gauged your weight as it sunk a little. You wouldn't feel it, but I sure as hell imagined us suspended in the air, held by a box and some cables. Joel? I swallowed and clumsily moved forward. I'm here! Or just... The Able Cage is back to woe. The Able Cage is back, woe is us. At this point, Holt should just take the stairs. Or just walk upwards because gravity is a scam made up by the government. I'm here! It was all a blur afterwards. Clyde was talking and I pretended to listen, nodding, grumbling a sound until the ride ended. All my energies were channeled into fighting this pseudo-claustrophobia of mine. I couldn't tell him the truth, that was just too embarrassing to admit. Adults weren't allowed to show weakness, that's what he drilled into me. Clyde slowly opened the door and peeked through with his head sticking out. I took a deep breath trying to get back into my role of an average normal student. It seems deserted. That's our chance. Finally! Almost over! I matched Clyde's pace, growing motivated to have safely done my job. Do you smell that? I sniffed around, a sweet fragrance coming in the distance we were walking. My nose isn't as good as Blake's. I'd say below average. I can't be compared either, but I have a decent range. We're getting closer. Gays are doom with elevators, the metal traps for the gays. Hey, I'm gay and I fucking love elevators. It just has a certain feeling of... It has a feeling of satisfaction to me. Because of the fact that we defeated Hills and Stairs twice. It just has a feeling of satisfaction for me. Like, I just feel satisfied. Clyde tried again, and when he did, he stopped walking. Would you love them when other men are trapped with you? Don't threaten me with a good time. Wait, no, just kidding. It depends on the men. It very much depends on the men. It's like most things in life. It's very dependent on the situation. It's very dependent. I have had experiences, unpleasant experiences with some guys. Imagine everyone in this VN stuck in the elevator. Oh, Joel would flip the fuck out, I think. Clyde tried again, and when he did, he stopped walking. Oh no. I couldn't say anything that he grabbed my hand to run in the opposite direction instead. What? Change of plans. We're going back to the elevator. Why though? Footsteps behind us. Not many, but more than one person. A small group coming our way. That perfume. That's Margaret. He whispered, pressing the button to recall the elevator. Someone else had taken it to the bottom floor. It wasn't going to open in time. Let's just walk through. They're going to see you regardless. I'd prefer walking through the horde of students than crossing paths with her. That was very harsh coming from Clyde. What did she do to him? Oh my god. Is that Clyde? Hurry! Busted. Clyde kept pushing that button, mashing it, hoping for a miracle. 3 girls were now in full view, calling his name, trying to get him to turn around. I didn't know what to do. I should have stepped in. Maybe Blake would have done that. When I tried, that weird sensation I felt the first time I met Clyde outside returned. It was stronger, annoying, and distracting. 2 cats and a fox marched through, catching me off guard. I was basically shoved away while trying to deal with whatever my head was feeling. My head felt heavy, like someone was sitting on top of me. Clyde, darling, I know you heard us. What a coincidence meeting you here, Margaret. I did not expect it, really. I caught it destiny. We're meant to bear together after all. You do realize the CFC existence is based around the same goal as yours. The fox laughed and tried to cup Clyde's face, but he kindly moved her paw away. I don't mind giving the girls a boner too. Everyone knows I wouldn't mind. In that moment, I could feel Clyde's desire to recoil as he held it in. That increased the pain I was experiencing, and a strange smell flooded my nostrils. Was Clyde making this? How? Why? Seemed like I was the only one affected by it, too. That's quite the big statement. I don't recall agreeing to any of your requests. I know that you're busy. Don't worry. We love a serious and responsible man like you. They were constantly trying to hold his hand, touch him. The kittens would go as far as sniffing him. Oh! Call me Medea with the way that I'm about to call the police. I'm gonna call the popo. Yeah, 6 feet. 6 feet. I'm not caffeinated enough for this shit. I'm never caffeinated enough for this shit. And Margaret, there is one very, very important detail that you're missing. This is a gay furry visual novel. Notice the key word, gay. And by pure definition, because he is a route, we are on his route, by definition, based on the key word, he is, say it with me, gay. He is part of the LGBT community, which means no. 6 feet, social distancing. Clyde, you might want to get a restraining order. It was uncomfortable to watch, and I was supposed to help him. Clyde. My voice cracked. I felt so tired the fatigue forced me to lay against the wall. Huh? Joel! He found the courage to push them away from him to check on me instead. See? I said you looked pale. What are you doing? Who's that little man? And why does he get to touch you? It's not like that. He's not feeling well. I can also do that. Will you carry me? No. I'll pass. Your friends will do that, not me. Clyde tried helping me up and I pushed him away from me. Clyde! Stop wasting your time with that guy and come hang out with us! No! Don't touch that! Clyde was shocked when Margaret began pulling his bag. The kittens decided to be nosy and open it. A book? What's that? Is it your diary? Or maybe you finally decided to write me a letter instead? Oh, that'd be so romantic! Now that the book was out in the open, I realized those feelings were coming from it. Margaret tried to snatch it, but Clyde... I almost called him Glide. Damn it. But Clyde grabbed it as well, a tug-of-war between the two. Please, stop doing this. You don't need to be shy. Show me what you wrote. The book was reacting to the situation, making me feel even worse. I violently coughed, alarming Clyde further. That's enough! He snapped, pulling hard enough for Margaret to lose her grip in a moment of hesitation. Clyde was surprised just as much. The fact that he had to raise his voice and yell was completely out of the ordinary for him. The book fell on the floor, sliding toward me. It randomly opened in the middle, giving both me and Clyde the creeps. What is that? Huh? It was supposed to be empty. Huh? But it's empty. I didn't want to look at it for too long. Those red words written in it were hurting my eyes. I pushed it down with my foot, and that for some reason shut it down for good. The pain was going away, and I felt like I could breathe again. Listen, we have plans. I'm sorry to part ways, but we have to take our leave now. I took initiative and ran away with the book. Clyde did the same, and we ditched them. The book was warm, pulsing in my hand, just like a heart would. That was so uncomfortable to carry. I love guys who are hard to get. I love you so much. You'll be mine one day. Her voice echoed through the hallway, giving me the creeps. Clyde struggled to get the door open, worried she might be after us.
Hell no.
I'm sorry. I love doing the Shellsea voice. I love doing the Shellsea voice. It's so much fun. I just love doing that voice. It's so much fun. And his disdain, like, you would think that he probably, like, hates someone named, Patricia or fucking Karen. But no, it's Margaret. Why do I have a mental image of her? Why do I have a mental image of Margaret that is hilarious? Why? Why am I picturing the clam from Fishhooks? What is her name? What's her name? I gotta know now. Clam Fishhooks. Clamantha, I think, is her name. Yeah, it is Clamantha. Or no, not Clamantha. That Fox character from Chicken Little. Fox Chicken Little, what is her name? Foxy Loxy. If you've seen Chicken Little, put Shellsea's voice on it. That's what I picture. That's how I'm picturing That's how I'm picturing Margaret. That's how I'm picturing her. It is so cursed. But that's my mental image right now. Damn it. Oh my god. Go Gadget, why did I think of Inspector Gadget? Her voice echoed through the hallway, giving me the creeps. Clyde struggled to get the door open, worried she might be after us. My hands are so sweaty. It opened and we shoved ourselves on the other side. That clicking noise it made when he locked it was an instant relief. Please explain what I had just witnessed. We were both panting, taking a longer pause to get some oxygen in. That's my stock. I mean, that's Margaret, the president of my fan club. I like that. Yes. That's my stalker. What a terrible encounter. Worse than being surrounded by students. Do you go through this every day? It happens too much, unfortunately. Shouldn't you report this? Isn't that sexual abuse? I saw where her hands wanted to go. An attempt I've made fell on deaf ears after her name was mentioned. Oh god! She's that bad. I'm so sorry, Clyde. Other students claim that I'm lucky and they wish she'd do it to them instead. Oh my god! I should not be laughing right now. It's an extremely fucked up situation. It is an extremely fucked up situation. I should not be laughing. But the image of Foxy Loxy from Chicken Little isn't fucking helping. But seriously, Clyde, you need to report that. You need to report the shit that's going on. No, because they'd probably fucking like that. No. Go to the police. Go to the police, Clyde. As soon as legal action is taken, they are forced to investigate it. Like, they are legally forced. They are legally required to investigate it once legal action is taken. And that is what you need to do, Clyde. Take legal action. Okay, bye. Ah! Other students claim that I'm lucky and they wish you'd do it to them instead. I feel like throwing up. It's not a good situation, I agree. Let's join the others now. The worst is past. I reluctantly returned the book to Clyde. No matter what you do, keep this safe. I still can't believe the book isn't empty anymore. Save it for Liam, I don't know anything. My phone was also ringing nonstop just to add more to the mix. I'm sure both Ryan and Blake were worried. Something that was supposed to be a short trip took way too long. We were both exhausted and traumatized. I couldn't get myself to pick up, so I opted for a reassuring text that told both of them we'd be there soon. The crowd was dispersing a bit by the time we got to the cafeteria. I could see Ryan pointing to us to alert the others after rushing to my side. What happened? Do you need any help? We saved you some food! It's a long story. We're fine. Just tired. That's the thing.
It's time to drink water.
You can stop it
It's time to
officially.
drink water.
You can officially
It's
stop
time
that
to
fan
drink
club.
water.
But it can still
It's
exist
time
as
to
an
drink water.
it can still exist as an unofficial entity in the student government. It can still exist as an unofficial entity, but they will not recognize it. It'll still exist. It's a long story, we're fine, just tired. I could really use some tea right now. I'll tell you everything soon. I need to sit first. Yeah, of course. We joined the group and the first thing I saw was Liam's I told you so face. Blake took a long, annoyed sigh.
Come on, say it.
No, I will not.
Sore loser.
I think I'll start making that tea already. Excuse me. Thank you kindly. We'll wait for you. It felt nice to spend time with everyone like this again. Their presence alone was comforting, washing away the terrible experience we went through. I looked at Clyde, hoping he was experiencing the same relief. Are you sure? I'm sorry. I feel nauseous. This thing killed my appetite. I was glad at least Clyde could drink his tea without issues. That charged him up. I believe I have to offer proper background before divulging the story for everyone to follow me. This morning I arrived late. You must have heard that I brought home a book found in the castle. It was empty, so I met with someone capable of analyzing and revealing its secrets. That turned out to be inconclusive. The book behaved just like one bought from the store, brand new. Around lunchtime, I met with Joel outside the school, and to avoid trouble, we took a route Blake suggested to me. That's when we crossed paths with Margaret, the president of my fan club. Her presence alone was a source of stress for me. She would try to get close, touch, and flirt with me. She saw the book and tried taking it away from me. Joel began feeling unwell during the exchange, so I was forced to cut it short. The book fell out of my hands, writings appeared in it, and Joel closed it. Yeah, we ran away after that.
I see. That matches with what I felt earlier before.
Margaret isn't smart enough to figure out your pathing like that. I need to believe someone else leaked that info. Only the student council knows about this. I'll have to investigate this later. Dude, that woman sounds crazy, but what's up with the book? Is that thing possessed or what? I don't know. I barely got a look in.
Don't do it here. We can examine it somewhere safer.
If anyone touches me without my permission, they're getting punched. Women or men. Irrelevant. Always so extreme. You could give a warning first. I'll let them know a beating is coming next. Be grateful. Better than nothing. Russell, shut your damn mouth. Clyde, I believe you should get rid of that thing. Taking it with you only caused trouble. I agree, and I will. Just give me the opportunity to see what happened first.
You sound interested in it. I can tell you more. That's why I'm here today.
The famous castle talk you mentioned yesterday. Oh boy, here we go. Never mind, it's not the book bringing misfortune. It's Liam.
Hey! I never told him to bring souvenirs back home. If I had known, I'd have stopped him.
Yeah, whatever. Can you please start your stupid speech? I'm a busy man. Liam rolled his eyes at that and, with a sigh, began talking.
The castle we visited yesterday was the physical embodiment of a curse. I could feel an evil presence lurking behind those walls. It followed me the entire night. never taking their eyes off me but never acting upon it.
Yo, what the fuck? Who is stalking you?
I don't know. Did any of you feel something similar?
We all looked at each other, concerned glances were shared. Nobody spoke up, but the answer came forward on its own.
I wonder why it didn't do anything.
Isn't it a good thing?
No, it isn't. I didn't get a chance to do my job.
I think it's a Clyde Coon. I don't know. I think it's either Clyde-san or Clyde Coon. You know, I gotta find out. Is it Coon or San? I think it'd be Coon. Like Japanese honorifics. San, Chan, Coon, beyond. Figure it out later. Oh wait, no, yeah, it'd be Clyde Senpai. Yeah, it'd be Clyde Senpai. I think. I don't fucking know. Don't quote me on that. Because I'm a dumbass.
No, it isn't. I didn't get the chance to do my job. The curse welcomed us in and nothing happened. That's so strange.
That's because we visited an abandoned castle, Liam. There is no curse. Russell, you can shut your fucking mouth! I watched Patrice shaking like a leaf on his seat. We barely said anything and he was already a goner. True, this is some crazy horror movie plot, right? I'll never believe that.
Just because you didn't see it doesn't mean I'm lying. The castle is invisible. The curse decides who's allowed inside, you hear me?
Let's pretend you're right for a moment. I don't appreciate being put into a dangerous situation such as this without my consent.
It doesn't matter, you're fine. I just need you to grant me that permission to enter the castle, do my job, and get out.
Who is it? Do you know that at least?
Nope. The castle went silent yesterday. I can investigate shit. I can safely cross my name because I visited the campsite alone and couldn't find it.
You basically used us to find this place. You mentioned that it's your job. What does that mean?
I'm a medium, Joel. I get paid to get rid of weird supernatural bullshit such as this.
Russell snorted, causing Liam to grow upset. Are you claiming to be a ghost hunter?
I wish my job would be that simple. Removing a ghost or two doesn't remove the curse. It takes way more to clear up a place as big as that.
Liam picked up the bag he brought along and opened it in front of us. Holy shit! We could see a variety of weapons, paper bows, weird papers, bottles that contained a shining liquid and strange accessories. This doesn't look like a job anymore.
This is some basic equipment. I tend to change stuff around after figuring out the type of curse I'm dealing with.
Dude, this shit is bad! Really, really bad!
It is when people enter the castle and disappear, never to be seen again.
What's your motive? I can't imagine you being a hero.
When your work can cost your life, the pay is really good, you know.
He does have the vibe of being a materialistic person.
You guys know I like vehicle. Is it really so far-fetched for me to get a job in this field?
The fact that you can have a job like that at all is weird, Liam.
There's another reason. The real one.
Which is... we're listening. Liam sighed. He didn't seem willing to share that one as easily as the rest.
I've lost contact with my sister 3 years ago and recently managed to trace back her last known movements to this castle. The same one we explored yesterday.
I guess that explains why you wanted to find it so badly.
I want to find her first, then I'll destroy this castle before it can claim more victims.
Yep, I was right to trust my gut feeling. This is crazy.
You were literally the last person I expected to agree. Just be quiet on your seat.
You told us your story. What do you want from us? Nothing. We want nothing to do. They've got the police involved. What the fuck? I don't think he needs to tell you why that isn't going to work.
Honestly, I can do this just fine with Dylan, but you wanted to know, so here it is.
Are you going back in there tonight?
Yes, I will.
If we were to join you, can you guarantee our safety?
I don't think I can. The look in your eyes tells me that you still don't believe me.
It's a lot to take in. Please understand that it's not easy to believe your story.
This is your last call. Are you coming with me tonight or not?
Should we help him? No. No. Wait, is there actually no cats? I'm checking. There's no cats. Sad. Aaron, I'm gonna ping him real quick. Are you? shit! Never mind. Never mind. Hiya, cats. Welcome. Damn. I should have been scared like Patrice, or maybe I should have been mad like Blake for even thinking of dragging us into this. Yet, I only grew more and more interested as he explained it to me. Cats, I was about to ping you. I was about to ping you on Discord. Our table went quiet, everyone wondering what the right choice was, and I didn't blame them. This wasn't your usual favor. Liam didn't ask you to casually borrow a pen. Will you answer any question I have? My voice cut through that awkward silence, causing Liam to smile.
The moment you've been waiting for.
Just to add another lie or two. The less he speaks, the better it is for me. Cats, cats, cats.
You were warned. I'm not responsible for your stupidity.
I don't fully believe that. I mean, this is Liam lying to us all the time. Now he expects me to take this. I am not doing that shit. That movie scared the shit out of me. The new Candyman, a 2021 movie. Casting that aside, Joel decided to go, so I'm gonna stick around. Literally, you don't have to do that. You have your reasons, I have mine. You'll have to deal with it. I'd like to join as well. There's an interesting story hiding there that piqued my curiosity. Don't let Liam fool you. We're just entering abandoned property without permission. Liam, I have considered offering my help, but you'll have to compromise with me.
What is it? Of all people here, yours is the one I need the most.
You'll have to follow up on Joel's demands, then, because we're going to ask many questions.
Sure, go ahead.
In my office, we're checking this book and discussing another important matter.
I see. You're going there, huh? Fine.
Clyde, you can't be serious. Please, come with us, see for yourself. I don't think anything I say would change your mind.
What are you going to do? Aside from Patrice, I haven't heard your answer.
What do you want me to say? I'm not enthusiastic about it, but I'll have to be there for my friends.
Great, we're done here. To the council room.
Blake glared at him, but Liam just ignored that. I stood up, planning to go with Clyde, and noticed that not everyone was moving after us. I need to stay. Patrice needs my help. Patrice, where is he? I looked around and just couldn't see him. Ryan pointed below underneath the table. Patrice was curled up into a ball, still shaking. Oh, I see. I have things to do elsewhere. Please give me a summary of this meeting later at my cafe.
Will do.
The group eventually split up and I walked away with the majority towards Clyde's office.
Can we talk?
Liam sheepishly asked as I made my way towards Dylan. I wanted to say no, he deserved to hear that, but I had softened up already after his confession.
You shouldn't block Clyde right now.
Why? My eyes flickered back to the crocodile and the answer found its way to me. He was basically doing guard duty, growling and glaring at whoever tried approaching Clyde. The two were quite the unusual pair, garnering attention from nearby students who stared at them with a look of surprise, confusion, and disdain. A name came up on top, having heard it from multiple people, like a title but a negative one. They kept referring to Dylan as mercenary, either that or nothing at all. I was fortunate enough to receive simple stares. This could have been nuclear for my social anxiety, and, with a sigh, I slowed down to match Liam's pacing. Shouldn't we wait to get in the office before assaulting you with questions?
Give me a break. Didn't I help you with Clyde?
How much do you know and refuse to say?
Would you believe me? Of course you wouldn't.
Things are getting weirder now. Might as well tell me everything you know.
Are you ready for the consequences? Once you learn the world around you changes forever. I was trying to keep you away from it.
I agreed to join, didn't I? Hiding important information won't keep me safe.
Fine. If that's what you want, I'll stop being vague and teach you more about yourself.
Liam went quiet again, but that didn't concern me much. It was better this way, not being forced to hold a conversation with them for too long. Clyde's office felt really cozy. Being able to sit down away from people, that's all I needed. Dylan was the only one who refused Clyde's offer and placed himself against the wall near the window. I knew he was staring at the fridge, hiding in the corner. Now that Liam stopped acting like a parasite, I was able to notice a thin veil of tension in the room. Thanks to Clyde, who kindly explained the rivalry between Blake and Liam, I was well aware of what was going to happen here in this room. I don't want to take too much of your time. I'll try to be quick. Clyde opened a drawer, moved a few files around, and pulled a folder from it. Liam groaned before he could get his hands on it. Probably figured out the situation before me.
You can't be serious.
Blake scoffed, sharing a similar sentiment. Hold on, everyone. Listen to me first. Wait a fucking minute. Do not talk about that game. Do not talk about that fucking game. That is cause for immediate timeout. Because I don't like banning people, but I will put you in timeout for talking about it. I'll mention it in the Discord server. I'm not going to mention it here. Yeah, we are not talking about that game. Lug and Damien know exactly what I'm talking about. The entire situation pisses me off so fucking much. Yeah. Talk about the word all you want. Just not that game. Situation pisses me off. I'll talk about why in the server, but not here. Hold on, everyone. Listen to me first.
I already know what you want.
He pushed the folder away, sliding it back to Clyde.
You want to frame me as a culprit.
No, that's not... Frame you? Ha! The audacity of saying that when you're the only one who could have done it.
You're such a disappointment, Blake. I expected you to be smarter than that. The cat didn't blind you, but sure acted that way.
I've gotten my hands dirty before. Keep pushing me, Liam. Yeah, talk about the trope all you want. That's fine, talking about the trope. I've got my hands dirty before. Keep pushing me, Liam. Enough! I have no idea what's going on and why they're after each other's throats. Are you the culprit or not? The truth.
Of course not! What kind of question is that?
A criminal would never admit their crimes, Clyde. I believe Liam. Yes! Yes! The Liam shooketh face. If you're going to whisper it to him, send it to him on the Discord server. We were all surprised to hear that, even me. You don't throw that out so easily. Okay, now that you're both quieted down, let me explain. These days I was given the opportunity to spend time with and interact with Liam up close. It was a different type of duty. I apologize for what I've done. I was fueled by work first and friendship second. This doesn't mean my feelings were fake, but I didn't expect Liam to believe me. Liam's innocent, Blake. You have to trust me on this one. Blake, upon hearing these questions, grew frustrated. He clearly didn't like what his friend was doing, giving Liam a chance to clear himself. Do you even understand what you're saying to me right now? You promised me that you'd do everything in your power to get him back for what they did to me and the students. Liam's eyes shifted toward Blake, but quickly returned to Clyde as he continued his speech. I'm doing that. I promised you I'd find the culprit, and Liam isn't. What are you talking about? He is. We examined the case, met witnesses, everything points to him. Yes, I agree. The evidence we gathered points to him, but I'm sure you see it too. Something's not right about it. Have fun with your family. I only see that you're a liar. You've been leading me on, destroying my trust. I'm sorry. I promised you to get the culprit expelled, but that person isn't Liam. Why? How did you get to this conclusion so suddenly? The methods look similar, but they're not an exact match. So you've decided that because it's not a perfect match, he's clear? What the fuck? Do you listen to yourself while you speak? Did you check the files? Did you try solving the mystery? You'd agree with me after comparing the two. No, I didn't, and I won't. Liam is the culprit. He did this to me. Blake pointed at the scar on his eyebrow and Clyde's side. He was fighting both sides at the same time and it was taking a toll on him. I understand how you feel. I really do. You do? Weird. I feel betrayed instead. I'm trying to do my job. You deserve justice, but is it fair for us to punish the wrong person just to satisfy your hate? You don't understand. I don't exactly expect you to understand either. You were given everything you needed to succeed. You're walking a pre-made path. You're being unnecessarily cruel to me right now. I'm trying my best to learn, adapt, and empathize with everyone. Blake stood up and shook his head. Not me, apparently. I'm going out to smoke. He slammed the door on his way out. I don't think I've ever seen Clyde so disheartened before. I'm sure he did the right thing, but at what cost? Should I go after him? I wasn't the best candidate for that, but there were no alternatives. Nobody could fit that job, not even Clyde. I think it's best to let him go for now. A disgusting smile covered Liam's face, an exciting look that was hiding his malice.
It felt really good. I don't think anyone has ever put Blake in his place before. Seeing his world crumbling in front of his eyes must have been so painful. What a feast!
You couldn't have been more insensitive. I understand that you two have had a fair share of disagreements, but laughing at his misfortune is despicable.
You're not me and I'm not you. Don't force your ideals on me.
Why did this happen? Is Blake blaming Liam for his scar?
He thinks it's a prank gone wrong and I let a wild cat loose on university grounds.
It's not just Blake. Basically, the entire building believes that. I'm being forced to punish you or find the real culprit.
Damn. Here I thought we could have been friends. My president is already thinking of throwing me under the bus to save his skin.
I can't afford to lose my place to protect you. Clyde pushed his folders back to him. Find the real mastermind behind these incidents, save yourself from expulsion, and I'll aid you on your exploration.
Detective Liam has a nice ring to it. I like that.
I can't give you more than a couple of weeks. Stalling is becoming troublesome for me.
Alright, let's see.
He began skimming through the pages, briefly looking at the pictures. I'll grant you temporary access to the council with a special permit to make your investigation smoother. Find the answer for me.
Sure, sounds good to me.
I want to see the book now! I had forgotten Dylan was in the room with us until he spoke. Something suggested they also thought the same. Clyde locked the book away before they could get their hands on it. We're not done yet. I could see him pushing through his feelings to pursue another important discussion they were trying to avoid.
Yeah, I know.
Dylan scoffed, annoyed, impatient. He didn't want to be there another second. I'm out. You'll text me about it. He didn't wait at all. Liam was going to agree with him, but that's how the first few words he spoke sounded like. The crocodile already closed the door on us.
Typical Dylan behavior.
Joel, do you mind if I go ahead? I have reasons to believe your questions most likely match mine. If anything, feel free to interject. I don't think I've ever seen Clyde wearing such a serious expression on his face before. This must have been the real appearance of someone at the top, the look of a leader. I stayed quiet. My silence was taken as an agreement, and Liam shrugged it off, considering this an opportunity to lessen the blow he was going to receive. Start by telling me what a medium is.
I explained that in the cafeteria before, remember?
Liam laughed it off, teasing him about what he had just asked. You gave us a watered-down version of it. I can't say with certainty how much of that is true. If you want my help, you'll have to be completely honest with me. I need to know everything. Liam stopped. Damn it! Damn it! Clem! Clem! Damn it! Clem! Just Clem! You know what I gotta do now? You know what I gotta do now? You know exactly what I have to do now. That's exactly what I gotta do now. Liam stopped pretending after that and sighed as well.
I had a feeling it would come to this.
Music Rum Klube. Have you ever wondered what's going on inside their head? Why are you making Clyde suffer like that? I know, Liam and Clyde kissing, yes. Oh no, the depravity. How scandalous. I have to now.
I had a feeling it would come to this. Joel has been pressuring me about it too.
Who are you really?
That's an interesting question coming from you, Clyde. A rich kid that hides his phone number. Sounds realistic. But then your full name is also hidden away. Public records don't show it either. People like you find joy in showing off their wealth, making sure everyone knows they're better than us. You prefer hiding, blending with the crowd, trying to be invisible, most likely a safety precaution. If anyone were to discover who you really are, you'd be in danger.
Enough. Clyde looked exhausted. It was indeed tough having to handle this creature. Having to handle Akari Tora.
Fine, let's leave it at that. I get to poke fun at you two, considering the big bomb I'm about to drop.
He clapped his hands together and asked me to get closer.
Being a medium is just a special kind of job only certain people can do. You have to keep the normies safe away from curses and ghosts. Ever wondered why some people just disappear without a trace? Not all kidnappers are living people.
Clyde turned his face to the desk. Something came to mind after Liam's question. What can you do?
Not much, actually. Mediums are powerful individuals, at least not in the way you're thinking.
His voice began shrinking. The embarrassing truth he didn't want to say.
That bag I showed you, the one Dylan carried before, those weapons can be used to attempt an exorcism. It's a bit complicated, you don't need to hear that boring stuff.
I observed you a lot these past few days, and you always disclosed information in a way convenient to you.
That's just the foundation of this job. Sixth sense, gut feelings, premonitions. We all have that, but ours are stronger.
Lol. See, here's the thing. I'm already writing a whole fan fiction thing. Ryan x Joel. Y'all have read it, I think. Y'all know how it is. I need to figure out a follow-up to it. Now, it wouldn't be Blol. It'd be Jake. I think Joel x Blake would be Jake. Joel and Patrice, I think, would be Pole. I think it'd be Pole. Liam dug in his pockets and pulled out what looked like a deck of cards. What are those? Tarot cards.
One of my favorite tools. They match well with my skills. They're a powerful item for predicting the future if the holder is capable of wielding them properly.
Pole. They're not a scam?
Why do you think they're so popular? They're charming and easy to trick others with.
We're getting sidetracked here. The real question is, how can you use them? What makes you different from me?
Soul.
We both just gave him a blank stare. Did he throw a random word out? Is that the sign of a stroke?
Thing inside our bodies, what everyone believes we have.
Yes, I know what a soul is! Clyde was now growing irritated. Liam enjoyed taking his sweet time.
Some people can use it to connect with the other side, the invisible, the supernatural. We're just more sensitive.
Liam. I didn't blame Clyde for doubting his words. You'd have to be very naive to blindly agree with this stuff.
I get it, not the easiest pill to swallow. I'm not lying, though. Not this time, at least. We all have something unique going on. Some people are stronger, others are smart, and then people like me.
Does that mean you can learn this?
Hell no! You either have it or don't.
But you mentioned strength and intelligence. You can learn.
No, they're not. This is the illusion of choice when reality is way different. We have what I call an affinity for one of the three, and we're naturally drawn to it. Hence, it looks like a choice. You'll never cross on the other side unless you were meant to.
Silence. I know something you don't know. Silence. We didn't know what to say anymore. It was a lot to take in. By the looks of it, he wasn't even done speaking. How much was he holding in?
Maybe I should stop. You both seem to be struggling keeping up with me.
Your claims can be compared to the banter of a man who lost common sense. I can't accept these ideas that easily. The speech you gave us earlier was already borderline insane. Lol, lore, yes! But I relented because I wanted to see where it would go, and I needed you to find your faker.
You and your stupid convoluted tongue. Just say you want proof. Isn't that what you want?
Are you bringing that up yourself? I was trying to avoid it. If you were to lose this chance, then...
We get it. You won't help me anymore. That's not an issue. I have plenty of proof right here. You took it home yourself.
The book? How's that going to provide anything?
Come on, don't be stupid now. It revealed words that previously weren't there. You made sure to let us know it was examined by an expert who claimed it to be an empty book.
Maybe another method was used, one unknown to us. We're not perfect. Mistakes happen.
All I sense is backtracking. Open the drawer.
Clyde stared at him for a bit, then reluctantly obliged, placing the book on the desk. When Liam reached for it, I couldn't help myself and interrupted. Don't open it! Clyde seemed surprised, but Liam not so much.
Why is that? It's just a normal book, right?
A bad feeling. I think it's best if we just leave it closed.
I'd love to comply, but you see, you need to know for certain I'm not making shit up.
Liam slammed it open before I could do anything, and I immediately felt sick. Words written in red ink were forming on those pages, like someone was adding them while we watched. Was it even ink? The way it soaked the paper, drooling down the page gave a different idea. What in the world?
Not as strong as I sensed it before.
More and more sentences filled those pages, disconnected thoughts, prayers, insults, cries, curses, and more. New words would eventually cover already existing ones until the entirety became red, a big red mess. Liam closed it before the liquid would escape the book itself.
Is that good enough?
You're joking. That can't be real. I'd be freaking out too if the pain wasn't taking all my focus away. Wait, something's wrong. Help me!
What's wrong?
The pain, it wasn't going away before it did when I closed it. I can't breathe. Liam looked at me to confirm what I was saying, then glanced towards Clyde. He was pale, maybe shocked to have witnessed something like that.
Shit, one of you already resonated with the book?
What is that? My breathing became labored, struggling to speak properly.
Fuck, Dylan took the bag. I have nothing to stop it.
Liam opened the book again. That red pool we saw before was gone, but soon reformed.
Forgive me for this.
Liam grabbed my hand, extended toward the book, and... Nice! Nice! That wasn't a good idea, Liam. Blol. Just Jake. I found myself laying, staring at the ceiling, and with a groan, I slowly got up. My head hurt, feeling quite groggy. What happened? Why am I laying in this bed? The door opened and Liam walked in. His serious expression soon melted into relief when he found me awake.
Sooner than I expected. How are you feeling?
What's going on? I'm so confused. I tried standing up, but Liam held me down.
I get it. I'll tell you what happened, but first you should eat.
I'm not... My body absolutely betrayed me and my stomach gave us the loudest rumble it could have performed. Liam smiled, handed me over a sandwich, and I snatched it from his hands with a spite.
So, what's the last thing you remember?
I munched on my food a little more as I tried gathering my thoughts. You forced me to touch the book. I can't remember if I did.
After that, you yelled about being sucked in.
I did? What does that even mean? Liam shrugged in response.
Beats me. It could be related to your power, but I can't be certain.
Hearing that didn't surprise me as much as I thought it would. I just woke up. The world always moved so fast, and I stopped trying to keep up with it. I'm a medium too. Is that it?
Yep.
I went Ryan mode on the food I was given, and it truly made me feel better.
Stop skipping meals. This episode was most likely triggered by you and Clyde combined.
How? Clyde literally did nothing. Speaking of which, where is he? Did you carry me here?
I could have, but I'm a small boy, and he immediately offered himself. Maybe the guilt of having harmed you.
Why would he blame himself? That didn't sit right with me.
In the last 2 hours, he's been coming back and forth from the council room to check on you.
2 hours? That was the real shocker. Time was too important to be wasted like this.
You're lucky, actually. That shit knocks you out for a day minimum.
Does everyone know? I feel awful for making them worry.
Oh, yeah. Ryan came just a while ago, brought you food, and left.
He dug his phone out and turned it towards me.
The group chat sure is on fire right now. Let me update everyone on the situation.
I gently moved it away, not interested enough to read what was happening there. Do you know where Clyde is? It bothers me greatly that he thinks this is his fault.
Back to the council room. That's all he's been doing, so I assumed you'd be finding him there.
Great, gotta go. Thanks for keeping an eye on me. I stood up and made my way to the door.
Huh? Wait, you should be getting up yet.
I'll pass on that. I need to talk with Clyde. I wasn't going to lay in bed another second. Not after he texted me. Not after he... Damn it. Not after he texted everyone about it. How was I supposed to explain how I fainted? Liam likely thought of ditching that job on me. When the council room was in sight, my mind was already planning our conversation, thinking how best to tackle this. A door opened, but I was at the very end of that hallway, making it harder to see if the right one opened or not. Clyde walked down, and as much as I wanted to shout his name to get attention, I just couldn't. He'd walked towards me, right? I was on the fastest path to the infirmary. Clyde turned around and walked in the exact opposite direction. It was always a bit more crowded after lunch, harder to see a small boy like me. I trailed him, trying to catch up with him, but unfortunately, His presence alone would generate walls of people to climb over. He looked a bit gloomy. It kind of matched the vibe Liam described. Eventually, he stopped, opened a door, and walked in. My opportunity to catch up. I entered the little group of students who sat there waiting and heard their banter, which offered important info. That was a teacher's bathroom, locked and soundproofed for privacy. I see, I wouldn't want random people to hear me pee either, or worse. I didn't mind waiting. The others didn't seem to share the same idea, though. It took them a minute to break apart, and I was the lone survivor. I tried knocking, but it didn't seem to work. Curiosity got the best of me as I placed my head against the door, ears perked up trying to get any sound at all.
That won't work.
I stepped away, flustered to have been caught by Liam doing that. I wasn't doing anything! Just waiting.
Yeah, you can do that. Or we can do things differently.
I narrowed my eyes at him, not sure I understood what he was trying to say.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not interested in Clyde. The one I have my eyes on is you.
Sorry, I don't think of you that way.
You idiot, I'm talking about your power. What you said before passing out?
I don't even remember saying it.
Okay, whatever, I'm done. Wanna try using it here or not? Clyde's got something to hide, and you can easily find out what it is.
Whoa, slow down. What makes you think...
He locked himself where nobody can hear him. This is clearly not council-related.
So, what's the big plan? Invasion of privacy? I can simply talk it out like a normal person.
You'll never be more than that. Stay the average student you want to be so much.
I don't understand. What was I missing? Why couldn't he just tell me? Was Clyde struggling with something else behind the scenes? Blake also believed the same. I don't know. It's right to help people, but it's not right to insert yourself in someone else's life.
Give me your answer now.
Okay, how are we gonna do this? Wait, what route are we on? Which path are we on? It doesn't say! Ah! My back. Okay, which one takes us to path A? I'm gonna create a quick save, and we will figure this out. Hang on. Go to 1. And, yep, that takes us to path A. But we're gonna stop it for the ad. Want to break from the ads? Yes! Cats, seeing your no ads dance makes the day better. Seeing your no ads dance makes my day better. Ah! It might sound selfish, but if it's about the people you love, bending the rules was fine. He must have been so tired of carrying all that weight himself. Teach me how to use it. Liam immediately moved me away from the door and laid against the wall.
Copy what I'm doing. Make sure your palms are spread on the wall.
This better not be a joke, or...
Shut up, close your eyes and listen to me.
I felt my hat sliding off, but quickly realized Liam took it down. What are you doing?
How do you feel? Anything different?
He hastily shoved it in my pocket. I feel naked.
I sure hope not. Imagine that.
I started feeling strange. My own heartbeat resonated through the wall I was touching. What do I do next?
Dunno.
What do you mean you don't know?
I told you, I have no idea how your power works. I'm trying to help you replicate it based on context clues.
This is ridiculous, but I can't blame you if I'm an idiot, can I?
Shut up and focus. You gotta feel it. Let that energy guide you.
I grumbled, annoyed by his vague instructions, vague theories, just a bunch of bullshit. But I was here for Clyde, not Liam. I agreed to do this for you, nobody else. I wanted to help you. I want to help you. I want to repay your kindness. Please let me be useful for once. My hands felt warm, and for a moment, I thought I could just enter the wall. I heard something. The thing is, it was muffled, hard to understand, needed to get closer. That warmth began spreading across my body, wrapping me in a gentle embrace like diving in a relaxing tub full of water. Father, no. You've got it all wrong. Please listen to me. This is important. It might look like nothing to you, but in the long run... Enough with this senseless sentimentality. You're losing track of your objective, what's truly important. These people don't matter, they're just shapes. Use them to go higher. Shapes. You're destined to lead the nation, just like your grandfather. Yes, Father. Stop wasting time with useless charity. You know how much I despise the incorrect use of such a valuable resource. The only way for my dad to notice you is by earning important achievements, great feats. And you're not doing anything. You're at the bottom, indulging yourself with the masses. If Dad ends up picking someone else, you'll be disowned. I won't allow mistakes in our family. You're a divine, a proud lineage of dragons, pure mythical creatures. Failure isn't an option. Make sure you remember that, Clyde. I understand. Goodbye, Father. These words, these thoughts, they weren't mine. I didn't understand if what I heard was actually spoken right now. Then I heard crying, just a single voice weeping, miserable and painful. My heart couldn't take it. Stop. Don't cry. Open the door. Let me see you. How can some people live completely different lives and be able to understand each other better than their own family? Something shattered. Glass? I forgot to understand what it was. A sharp pain entered my chest. I was standing in the corridor again. Liam pointed at my hand and I noticed blood pouring out from a cut. What is happening? I felt it burning, but that wasn't deep at all, just a scratch. Did it scrape the wall too hard?
Here, wrap this around it.
Thanks. I looked at the door and sighed. Can you open it? Force it. I don't care.
Sorry, didn't carry anything useful with me.
I punched the door. Frustration controlled me. He wasn't doing good and I wanted to be there for him. The knob twisted and unlocked right in that moment as I was staring at it. Oh, shit. We're gonna leave off here tonight. None of them do. Oh my god. Fuck off, sea cleaner. Fuck off, sea cleaner. I don't want to pay. No, I don't want to vast because it sucks. Stay safe, have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow.